Hey everybody, welcome to another unboxing video. Today we have the Legend of Drizzt, which is part of the Dungeons and Dragons series. There are actually 3 games. This is the third. The first 2 are Castle Ravenloft and Wrath of Ashardalon. This is the third one. I believe it came out in 2011. Let's look and see what we got here, and if you can make this out. There's the contents. You're looking at 40 plastic heroes and monsters, 58 illustrated dungeon tiles, 12 illustrated heroes and villain tiles, rule books, adventure book, 200 encounter cards, 168 markers and tokens, and a 20-sided die. So let's see what we got. I decided to go with this one first because I own Descent. And naturally, you'll hear a lot of comparisons during the video. Although at some point I'd like to make a direct comparison video between the 2 games to really go into more detail and depth as to what the differences are. But I felt that this one was the most different one than Descent in terms of the gameplay storyline, so I went with this. So what do we have here? First thing we got is a rule book, a nicely illustrated rule book, introductions, and how to take turns. Very nice book. That's the rule book. And let's see what else we have. After that, we have an adventure book, which I guess breaks down the different adventures you can play during the game. This is the rule book, also with an introduction. Gives you a breakdown of the different phases and when to attack and so forth. After that, I see here we have a stack of tiles. Let me see if I can crack these open somehow. It seemed like there's as much as it was for Descent, but at the same time, there may be more in the bottom of the box, like it was in the box of Descent. These tiles for this game are not as elaborate as the ones for Descent, I can tell you right away. And from what I understand, they're a little more elaborate than the other 2 Dungeons and Dragons games. We have various tiles. We have the volcanic vent. This is a cavern tile. They're labeled on the back. I see we have hit point tiles that we can punch out. We have double strike tiles. Poisoned. I guess this is to indicate that your character is poisoned, and you would more than likely put this on top of your hero card. So that's what that is. So here we have some tiles, very nice. Some healing surge tiles, more poison tiles, a power strike, an ancient throne. I'm assuming that these are the, these are the destination tiles where you would actually end up at some point. Oops, one of these came out. Then we have various decks here. This is a Legend of, got the official seal on it, Legend of Drizzt. And as I open these up, these are, from what I can see, these are treasure cards, and fighter cards, and different powers that you can use. And here are the monster cards. And the stock that they use, it's fairly thick, nothing special. They're not really coated with anything. It's a very simple card. Doesn't have any of that woven fabric feel that some of the other games do. And I guess on the back of the card gives you the stats for that monster. It's a hunting drake. It's a reptile. Let's see what it says. Hit points 1, attack 8, damage 1. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a rending bite. It's interesting. So they have monster cards and various treasure cards and powers and barbarians and assassins and such. These are nice cards. Standard size. Next we have more treasure cards. And the obligatory cheat sheet. In this case, you get the sequence of play, I guess, for beginners and the rest. They would get this to start the game, so they can actually see what happens on each turn in case anybody gets confused. And here we have treasure cards and counter cards. So I guess that's the heart of the game. And this, I guess, you would have to draw after every turn, perhaps. And we have monster cards and the like. So there's the second stack of cards. And what else do we have in here? And sure enough, lo and behold, on the bottom of the box, there are more tiles. More tiles. So they did the same thing they did in this game as they did in Descent, which is to put some tiles on the bottom, I guess, to distribute the weight, perhaps. Aha. And this is where I was wondering where these were. These are the actual. These are the player cards, I guess, or well, these are the villains. I see. These are like villain cards of some sort. I see here a Shadow Dragon. Yeah, these are the monsters that you battle. I see. Artemis Entreri, Human Assassin. We have others here as well. I hate to try to pronounce some of them. So those are those here. And I guess at some point I will find the character cards. Yes, here they are. We have Regis and Drizzt himself, and Caddy Bree, and Wenor Battlehammer, and Wolfgar, and Arthurgate, and Jarlaxle Baner, and Artemis Entreri. So here we have our hero cards. Nothing special. Made a very thick stock. And those are all the cards that you get. So far, so good. Compared to Descent, I'm a little underwhelmed, but we haven't gotten to the best part yet, so things could change very soon. And now we get to the monsters. These monsters are very nice, from what I could tell from outside the bag. Let's see what they were inside. Oh, very nice. Oh, yes. These are extremely nice monsters, and they're much larger than what I'm used to seeing. If you compare this to Descent, these monsters are bigger, and they're labeled. I don't know if you can see that. Here we have a feral troll, so they're labeled on the bottom, which is which would come in handy, I would think, as you're playing the game. Here we have a troll. We have two trolls. Two trolls, very nice. And they have the smaller monsters. This one would be a hunting drake. Looks like a velociraptor. And you have, what do you got here? A goblin archer, much smaller. So those are the green ones, and we have a few others as well. We'll set them up and spread them out. I think all in all you get about 40 heroes, as I mentioned in the beginning. And they're very intricate and detailed. I don't know if you can actually paint them. I'm not a painter of sorts, so I don't know how that works. But nice little characters. Those are green. Then you have another level of, you can see here you have blue one, purple ones, very nice ones. Ooh, these are very nice. Look at this one. This is Durden Drider. This is a looks like a spider of some sort. And you have, I guess, a Slimmergoom Shadow Dragon. We still didn't get to the big one, but this is a dragon. And these purple ones, I guess, indicate the strength. This looks like a, oh, this is a wizard, and this is a duelist. So we have some more little purple thingies, and here I know I've seen this before. This is a spider swarm. These are little flat tokens to resemble a bunch of spiders. More duelists. Those are the purple ones. Yep, spider swarm it is. That's two. Then we have dark blue. And for dark blue, we're seeing characters that are called, well, these must be your heroes. Because I see Drizzt and Caddy Bree. Okay, these are the heroes. The dark blue ones are the heroes. And here we have Gwenmavar, which is a, looks like a cat of some sort. So here are the heroes, and they're very nicely done as well. Say somewhere between 1.5 to 2 inches tall. Very nice. And we have two other bags here. We have these, which I think look really cool. These are like a see-through blue of some sort. We have things like water element, and those are the same. Water element. They're like almost see-through. These are nicely made. And here we have more water elements. And a hypnotic spirit. Very nice. Put these back here. And more hypnotic spirits are here. And then we have another bag of gray characters. We'll see what they are. And these say things like Jarlide Benner, Drow Mercenary. They have names. I'm not exactly sure if they're monsters or... Here's a few more for you. Take a look at those while I break out the last pack, which is the one I've been saving the best for last, by the way. These are the biggies. And I'm going to give you a point of reference. I just happen to have one of the Descent main characters here on the table. These appear to be bigger than the ones from Descent. I'm sorry, this appears to be bigger. This must be the central character. This one is called Ertu Balor. Hope I said that right. He is enormous. And I would think that he would be bigger. This is the biggest character from Descent. And this is from Descent. This is the character from this Legend of Drizzt, and he looks a lot more menacing as well as being larger. So that's my one comparison. Eventually I guess maybe I'll do a comparison video. You also get a 20-sided die, AD&D style. And that's it. So outside of that, you got your tiles, you got your different characters, monsters, you got your die, you got your cards, you got your hero cards, and some dungeon tiles, and that's it. That's all, and your rule book and such. And this game is for 1 to 5 players. You can actually play this solo. There are solo variations included. The box is enormous, and this looks like it might be some fun. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and until the next unboxing, have fun playing.